My name is Matthew. So I represent the hospital, Mithera Hospital Private Limited. I am one of the directors of the hospital. My designation is I am the Chief Financial Officer for this hospital, CFO. When it comes to when we initially thought of building this hospital, we never had an idea about what kind of a structure we are looking for. Even the outside looking at the building, we were not very clear about. We traveled different places in India to see how do we make this building little different to the other building. So if you look at the building from outside, now the building has been done. So as I said, we have gone across many cities to see that, okay, what kind of a building which we can make which look little different rather than just like a hospital, how it looks a little different. So that's why if you look at just this building, it just looks like a square box. You don't even see any shades, which you very rarely see in any other hospital in Kerala, because it rains here very heavily, so you don't see any windows which is not being covered by a shade. But if you look at this particular building, it doesn't have any shades, it's just a box. So that's a plan we've deliberately had, because we wanted to have a building which looks neat from outside. Yeah, so the elevation part is something which we worked on. And when it comes to the interior part, that also we were not very clear as to, we initially had the plans of having a brick wall inside the building. But I think that's where the interior consultant what we had, he is actually our relative itself, he is our cousin, he is my cousin. So he is from UK, he is based in UK for the last 20 years. So he is the one who suggested for going for a drywall partition. Yeah, so we were not convinced with that concept initially when he told. So we again traveled, we went to Tamil Nadu, we went to Coimbatore to see a hospital. So that's where we said it is possible for us to do a hospital, the interior walls can be done with drywall partition. So that's where we taken a decision to move on to drywall, leaving out the traditional brick wall inside the building. So that's, I think initially then it was a little difficult for us to find out who are the people who is going to supply us with the cement boards, because it's a big requirement for us. And as you know, when it has been done for the first time, everybody has the ambiguity, how do we get the work executed. Yeah. So then we've found out that, okay, it is Everest. I think Everest was the one which we started interacting with, then came out with V-Board. I'm not very clear as to how do we started off interacting with V-Board, but I think somewhere the last two people who were in the mind for us was, one is V-Board and one is Everest. Both were almost there till the last minute till we finalize the product. I think it is mainly because of the support of the interaction and the confidence what we got from the V-Board guys, from the Vishaga board, I think, and the price. Price is also definitely a factor for us. And I think that's where we narrowed down to V-Board. And even for us, the two contractors we had, one is known as Sheila Interiors and the other one is ABG company. So they were the two interior companies who were doing the board work for us. And I think from there, we always took a support from them also, is whom they are comfortable with. I think that's where, and the price which factored for us to narrow down to V-Board for starting the internal work for us. I think that's where I think the work started. I think it's somewhere in 2013 we started sourcing the cement boards from V-Board, and from there onwards I don't think we ever had a problem with V-Board in getting the board at the site on time. So that's something which I have to say that, okay, very good about. I never have had a problem where any of my contractors saying that, okay, there is a shortage of board at your workplace. I never had an issue like that. So that's something which I am very happy with V-Board. Anytime if I need the product, if I place the order, I'm able to get the product. Yeah. And as I said, one other good thing about what I can tell you is that, okay, from the time I started, I can see that the price is fixed for me, which is an advantage for me, which I still feel that, okay, till the end of the project, or I need to get the product at the same price which has been agreed. Yeah. So which I am just letting you know right now itself, because that's something for any client, the price always matters, because when you build something new, it is always, you are going to have a price constraint on whatever you are doing. So that's something, the supply of the product and the cost what has been agreed, I never had a problem in getting the product on time at the site, which I'm really happy with the support you guys are providing. And your local vendors from here, and you are not the local vendors, I'm saying your local support what you have, Shamim, who are your local support, I can see them at least once or twice in a month at the site, looking at the project. Initially they were here for more often, giving support to the contractors who are doing the work, which I really appreciate the work these guys are also doing. So anytime we need a support, when we call them, they are always there at the site. So we get enough amount of support from the guys who is supporting your Kerala business. That's, I think, in front of them only I want to appreciate both of them who are always there for us. For any issues, they always come to the site, they let me know that they are at the site, or they always speak to me asking, do you have any feedback, any issues, always let us know. So I can very openly tell you, very frankly tell you that I don't have any issues with the supply of the product. It's always, my contractors always get the product on time, which is something which I am really happy about. Yeah. So, and moving one more step forward, I think when we started applying, so we were not sure about a lot of issues. A lot of people asked like, what was the reason for you to go into this board? We were also actually initially not sure about what are the advantages we are going to get. Okay, we've taken a decision to move on. The major advantages, what I feel is, one is majorly your space, because here for when you're making a brick wall, the space what you are occupying inside the building for a brick wall and for a partition wall, which is much lesser than using a brick wall. That's one of your advantages. And the weight what you are going to bear on your structure by making a brick wall when compared to a partition wall, which is very lighter on weight when you compare it to a brick wall. So that's something your building, your structure will have to take very less amount of weight when you are looking at making a brick wall inside the building. And other thing is that any time I'm saying, if this hospital, which is we started working on the interior for the last 1.5 years, I think there are a lot of changes which we have made inside the building, because anytime we go and see a new hospital which we feel that okay, we should also make those changes inside the building, we are able to do it. That's only because we are having a cement board partition inside, or a drywall partition inside the building. Otherwise it's going to be a difficult task for us to break the entire wall and make any alteration to the plans, or make any alteration to the rooms what we have made. It's going to be a very difficult task for us. And other good thing is that okay, any kind of services which needs to go inside your wall, like your electrical or any other, for a hospital it is medical gas, there are a lot of services which needs to go inside your wall. So those things are much easier for you to like for your electrical or any other material. It makes your life much more easier for you to make all those services concealed inside your wall. You don't, if it is a brick wall, you need to completely, you have to break it down and then chase the things, then you have to again plaster it. When you re-plaster it, it doesn't give you a real finish of what it was before this was being broken. So this makes it, the only thing is that you have to wait for the second side of your board to be finished till all the services to go inside your wall. Then you can put the second board back and complete your wall. So that is one of the other big benefit what we have seen. And as I said, any kind of changes, anytime, it is much easier for you to make it. Till the time you paint the wall, you can always make the changes. Yeah, so and there is another major advantage is that you can, when the construction is going on, you can always keep the inside, always you can keep the building clean when you are using this kind of a board. The waste what you get is only the pieces of the board. When you keep trying to plaster the bricks every time, the entire building become a messy. You find it very difficult to keep the building clean. So there are a lot of advantages. I think these are some of the highlighted one which just comes across my mind. I think these are the things what I wanted to highlight for, and I wish we got all the best in Kerala for doing a very good business. Now I can see that okay, there are boards. Before that I never seen a board or anywhere written saying V board or Vishaga board, cement board. Now I can see advertisements written or boards written in many places written cement boards are available. It is for me, it is really for me, it is for the first time I am seeing something like that. I think definitely you guys are going to improve your business within Kerala. All the best for you guys. And I feel that okay, it is, and for the hospital, I think you can always give this hospital as a reference for your project. We would be happy for people to come and see the project, and if it is something which is going to definitely help them, we are happy that people come and see and apply whatever is being done within this hospital. All the best. Thank you very much.